Hello, this is Teacher Rose again. If you have been listening to my past posts, I'd just like to invite all of you to subscribe to my Montessori Guru um, page, both in Facebook and also here in YouTube. Uh, this past few sessions, I've been talking about journeying with parents and their children through this period of the COVID lockdown, having to stay in the house 24/7 with your young children, and trying to ease you along this road so that you will not feel totally at loss. Okay. So last time we spoke about order and how order should be not an authoritarian type of order, not an authoritarian type of order, but an order that encourages, an order that constructs, an order that builds the child. And I think I started out with talking about um, dealing with your child to establish that order, not in the typical do as I say, but rather do as I do mode. And I hope you take that perspective into consideration when you're dealing with your child. In the Montessori context, if we were in in an ideal Montessori environment, in a Montessori school setting, this is what which is what the directresses or the Montessori guides would call a presentation. A presentation, some would call it a lesson. But for your intents and purposes as a parent, I would say that we would like to empower you to give a presentation. And when you present, there's a lot of doing there. And in the process of doing, that is where we set that order, and that is in the process of setting that order, we are not being authoritarian adults, but we are becoming nurturing and supportive adults to these children. We are establishing a bond, a connection while we give our presentations to the children. So when we give a presentation, we use little words. Little in two ways, little as in few, and little as in simple words that could be easily understood. Now, we are now entering into the realm of a presentation involving a lot of language. As we know, language helps set the order. But language that involves a lot of complicated words, a lot of long and lengthy instructions, will not set order but will rather create chaos in the mind of a young child. And so when we communicate, we use words, we think of the words we use. It doesn't mean that we shelter them from complicated words. They need some new vocabulary from time to time. But it's important to use simple language, and most important, among this, language sets order. And so we need to use language not only as a subject to teach grammar or to teach correct pronunciation, but language to communicate, language to establish that bond that sets the order, that comforts and secures the child when we give our presentations. See you next time.